Brandon Miller. I was not planning on watching any of the Philadelphia-Charlotte game. And then I was on the phone with a friend of mine that works in the NBA. And he happened to have this game on. And he was just like cackling on the phone to me, watching how Philadelphia was trying to defend Brandon Miller at the end of this game. Charlotte does not have really much right now. Mark Williams came back, which is good. Played 9 minutes. But the starters in this game for Charlotte were Brandon Miller, Tidjane Salaam, Nick Richards, Josh Green, Vecenie Micic. KJ Simpson played 28 minutes in this game. Nick Smith played 11 minutes. Moussa Diabate has been like a fun story this year, but he's super aggressive on the glass. I don't think he's a particularly great player. He's a little too active defensively still. So this is what the 76ers were matched against, and this is what Brandon Miller had to work with on the court. The 76ers got up at one point in this game. Let's see what the exact line was. I think it was like 78-58, maybe, something like that. 78-59. And we'll see some of that here. But Brandon Miller just got absolutely scorching hot and decided, I don't want to lose this game. So let's talk it through. This isn't going to be long. This is just going to be me marveling at Brandon Miller just absolutely going crazy. I will say this, Brandon Miller is on an absolute like heater, it feels like to me right now. He's up to 20 points per game over the full season. But if you look at his last 7, not including tonight, he's averaging 27, 7, and 3.6 with 1.6 steals, 1.3 blocks. He is only shooting 43% from the field, but he's shooting 42% on 12 3-point attempts per game in that time. He has been on an absolute heater. And he almost carried Charlotte to a win tonight. So this is simple, just a Chicago Zoom action. Not even timed all that well, if I'm being particularly honest. We're going to come up. Force the switch onto Yabusele. Really good pass to open up the second half here. I think that this was just like kind of a miscommunicated peel switch here because it feels like KJ is just like a little bit late getting here. KJ tries to call out like a secondary peel with Paul George tagging. He says he'll just go out to Salaam, and Paul just doesn't get there in time. It's a really good pass from Miller. Perfectly targeted. Really in the only spot where Nick Richards could get this and Nick Richards could get this alone. Perfect accuracy. Leads to a dunk. Good start to the second half. Miller, this time, I mean, if nobody guards him, again, just like a miscommunicated switch here, it feels like, where they're a little bit off, a little bit late. You give him this much space, that ball's going up. And the way he's shooting right now, that ball's going in. Nails it. I grabbed this one. I think he really relishes the Paul George matchup. Paul George, he's talked about how George is a guy that he watches all the time, loves his game, really tries to take things and incorporate Paul George into his game as well. This one, like, Would I like to see him execute this peel with a little bit more verve? Yes, but I like that he gets the hand in, gets the deflection. Another defensive possession real quick. Does a good job fighting through this. Times when Paul George is going to go up for the mid-range jumper. That's a really good contest there. Gets his hand up. Forces the miss. But now we're going to go back to offense. The Hornets ran stuff like this a lot where kind of the initial action here is screen for Micic. Screener comes over, screens for Miller. Miller shoots through. Looks like we're going to get into a DHO here. So this is going to attract Yabusele and bring him this way. Oh, this didn't end up being a DHO, but it's still pretty. They do execute the DHO here. Richards comes and screens and gets Miller a wide open three off of a curl. Ended up being contested, but the idea was there. Notice only one defender shooting up onto that screen. That will become a theme later. But Miller just drills this. This is money. And you can see that he's really feeling it. This is literally the next possession down the court. Again, one defender. Really, really a heat check there, it felt like. Screen. He's going to take it. We're going to get the roll. Gets the cross. Look, going to your right. This is a hard shot. This is what makes him such a versatile shooter off the pull-up. Misses that one, but he didn't miss many. Let's get to a quick little note from Prize Picks. Prize Picks is the best place to get real money sports action with over 10 million members and billions of dollars in awarded winnings. Prize Picks has made daily fantasy sports accessible to all. You just pick more or less on at least two players for a shot to win up to 100 times your cash. Run your game all season long on Prize Picks. Prize Picks is the best place to get real money action. There are over 10 million members. Like I said a second ago, they invented the flex play, which means you can still cash out if your lineup isn't perfect. You can double your money even if one of your picks doesn't hit. Prize Picks always puts its members first, so all withdrawals are fast, safe, and secure. When my picks hit, I can get my money in as quick as 15 minutes. We are big fans of Prize Picks here. We absolutely love the app and what they're doing for the daily fantasy sports scene. Download the app today and use code Game Theory to get $50 instantly after you play your first $5 lineup. Download the app today and use that code Game Theory to get $50 instantly after you play your first $5 lineup. Prize Picks, run your game. My Doer jeans are truly my favorite piece of clothing that I own right now. They sent me out a pair of jeans and they are fantastic. I've been wearing these things everywhere that I can whenever I go out of the house. They are so comfortable. They look great. They feel great. They're stylish. They're versatile. You can wear them in a lot of different situations. They are fantastic, fantastic jeans. Doer is built for doing with styles of stretch performance denim and lifestyle apparel for everyone in every season. Doer has you covered for the colder winter months with fabrics like a fireside denim, which is interwoven with fleece for warmth without too much bulk. Plus, Doer's clothes are sustainably crafted to last. They're going to be a staple in my closet for years. I am going to try and get them to send me more closeout, in all honesty, because they have been so good. I love my Doers, and I'm sure you will too. Check out Doers flagship stores in LA or Denver, or shop online at shopdoer.com/game theory. That's shopduer.com/game theory. Right now, my listeners are going to get 20% off your first purchase when you use that exclusive URL. Don't wait. Get 20% off at shopdoer.com/game theory. But this is the fourth, and this is where he got like really nuclear hot, to where the real fun starts defensively. So miscommunication again between Oubre and Yabusele. Not sure what we're doing. Are we peeling? Are we just playing drop? Oubre tries to fight over the top here, gets screened by Richards. Oubre thinks, okay, we're peeling. He's engaged here. Yabusele's just not attached enough, though. And that ends up being a step back three. Miller's feeling it. I mean, this is hilarious because, like, if Caleb Martin doesn't get this ball deflected here, this is a screen for Josh Green to come out. And then both of these guys momentarily go to Green. And this should really be a wide open three again for Brandon Miller. Nah, it's fine. It's fine. I'll just make it anyway. Again, Flair, Cash. So that's 3 in a row here in like a 2-minute stretch. Oubre really did not fight through screens well in this game. And then there were these miscommunications here with Yabusele. And we're just feeling it. Like we're fully feeling it now. So Miller, we're just going straight 2 on the ball. We're not messing around anymore. We're not playing games with Brandon Miller. Oubre's chasing. Instead of falling back, Yabusele just decides, nope, we're not letting this happen anymore. Both on the ball. They push him wide. Miller hits the wing. Ends up being a tip back. That ended up counting. So good recognition from Miller. Really good work. Philly is deciding we are not letting this dude beat us. So again, they run that like little flare. Into a screen here. Martin goes through the 2 players. Going to get a wide open cut. Why does he get the wide open cut? Because you remember that last set where Miller screened and then shot up here that should have been a wide open 3 that we pointed out that Cody Martin just kind of bobbled at the top up here. Well, KJ Martin here decides we're not letting Brandon Miller score, to the point where he's going to vacate the rim. Easy bucket for Cody Martin. Not letting Brandon Miller beat us. 2 on the ball. We're not letting Brandon do anything. Charlotte calls a timeout on that one. It's not a turnover or anything. Again, the little flare action. Miller comes over the top here. Ball screen. We're just going straight 2 on the ball. Get the hell away from us, Brandon Miller. Get back to half court. We'll figure it out with 3 guys on 4. Ball goes into the high post. Cross corner kick. And they're just helping around defensively. Right play ends up resulting in a foul. But Philly is just very comfortable with anybody beating them but Brandon Miller at this point. Again, just straight 2 on the ball here. That little flare action that they've been running the whole quarter. Miller goes here. Both Yabusele and Caleb Martin can't get to Brandon Miller fast enough on this one, leading to just this wide open Nick Richards play here. I mean, Nick has got to finish this. Just kind of inexcusable. Has to finish that one. They might win the game if he finishes that one. Richards gets a tip on this ball. I tweeted when I was watching this one that I assume, I can't tell, but I just assume that like Nick Nurse is over here somewhere just shouting the goalie like in D2 the Mighty Ducks when Keenan Thompson like takes off his pads and shoots the knuckle puck that they've been trying to avoid the whole game. The whole offense or the whole defense has been catered around trying to stop Brandon Miller from getting this 3, and he gets this wide open 3 in transition because he went behind the guy in terms of getting the open shot. Just drills it. He's smoking on fire right now. Philly, 2 guys on the ball. We're going to force some baseline where we know we have more help. Or he's going to have to take a ridiculously contested step back. One of the two. Misses that one finally. And then here, 29 seconds left. I love the action. Screen here. Screen here. Miller gets through. Flares out to the opposite wing. I think he just needs to size up Yabusele here. Jab step. Back to the 3-point line right here. Paul George isn't getting there. Nobody's getting there. But he drives. I get it. Look, he's getting defended by 3 guys here. He probably needs to just get this over to Micic. I know that Tyrese is there. It's a risky play, and I know he's feeling it. But I'd prefer he just takes 3 there at the end of the day. But that was ridiculous from Brandon Miller. It was completely absurd. I haven't seen a team just like completely wholeheartedly sell out for 5 minutes like Philly did like that. It was like a Stephen Curry explosion. Mr. Ray says, like Klay Thompson. Yeah, dead on. Like that's what it felt like. It felt like this dude was just so on fire that we have to slow him down by any means necessary. Whatever we have to do, we're putting 2 on the ball. We're going to make him create as a passer. He'll probably beat us that way too, but we're not letting him beat us. Nick Nurse did a great job. They won the game. They slowed him down, right? But man, Brandon Miller is going to be good, guys. He's going to be really good. I know LaMelo's having a crazy year and averaging 30-something points per game. He's still the guy I'm riding with on Charlotte's roster. Unequivocally. I feel great about him.